In 1990, the Los Angeles Raiders, professional sports winningest team, entered their fourth decade of domination. '90 began overseas in London, then saw linebacker Ted Hendricks enshrined as the seventh Raider in Pro Football's Hall of Fame. 1990, Hall of Famer Art Shell's first full season as head coach, and owner Al Davis's 28th year as leader of this famed, feared, and respected organization. 1990, another year of glory for the Silver and Black. '90 ended with a single day of defeat in the AFC Championship, one game from a fifth Super Bowl appearance. The Raiders started strong in cold, icy Buffalo with completions from quarterback Jay Schroeder to wide receivers Mervin Fernandez, number 86, and Willie Gault, number 83. And an interception by alert rookie corner Gary Lewis, number 21. But the Bills scored quick and often to win the championship against an underdog Raider team that finished 1990 with an outstanding 13-5 record. Five months earlier, the opening game roar of the crowd welcomed captains Jerry Robinson, Don Mosbar, and Dan Turk at midfield, while quarterback Jay Schroeder and outstanding young head coach Art Shell stood poised on the sideline. Career rushing leader Marcus Allen served notice early that a return to glory was the singular goal for these combat-ready Raiders. Behind rock-solid protection, Jay Schroeder hit tight end Mike Dial, number 84, who would later miss most of the season with injury. Out for the year was top draft choice Anthony Smith, who watched from the sideline as Raider pressure football created big hits by linebacker Tom Benson, 54. Big plays by perennial All-Pro Howie Long, 75. And a big interception by safety Mike Harden, number 45, in the 14-9 win over Denver. Turnovers became touchdowns, as described by Raider Radio's Bill King.
Shotgun, four wide receivers, rushed by Townsend, a little dump over the middle, intercepted by the Raiders. It is a touchdown for Jerry Robinson. Holy Toledo! Back, sets up and drills one. It's caught in a comeback. The ball knocked loose at the 40-yard line. Scooped up. Racing down the field to the 20, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown Raiders!
In week 2 at Seattle, head coach Art Shell rallied his troops to confront the Seahawks. Inspired defenders Greg Townsend, 93. Ricky Ellison, 50. Jerry Robinson, 57. Mike Harden and Lionel Washington, number 48, attacked relentlessly. The meticulously designed Raider vertical passing game struck with all eligible receivers deep. Veteran runner Greg Bell, number 28, a valuable new addition, went left to score. Then behind massive guards Max Montoya, 65, and Steve Wisniewski, 76, Jay Schroeder went into the end zone to Mervin Fernandez as the Raiders triumphed on the road 17-13. Back in the Coliseum for week 3, Pro Bowl bound Greg Townsend, 93, and aggressive rookie Aaron Wallace, 51, hounded and pounded Pittsburgh passers, while safety Eddie Anderson, number 33, intercepted to halt a Steeler threat. Prepped by special teams coach Steve Ortmeyer, Tim Brown, number 81, used blocks by Ron Burton, Napoleon McCallum, Jamie Holland, Ron Brown, and Dan Land for this long punt return. Vance Mueller, number 42, swept left behind 64, Todd Pete. Then head coach Art Shell, now in his 23rd year as a Raider, had Schrader go deep to Mervyn Fernandez as the Steelers and the rest of the NFL learned that the bomb was back in the Raider arsenal in this 20-3 victory over Pittsburgh. In Week 4, Tim Roby, James Fitzpatrick, and rookie A.J. Jemison entered the Coliseum for a battle of the undefeated. Ethan Horton, 88, a successful conversion from running back by the Raiders, now threatened the Bears from tight end. Former Olympic sprinter Willie Gault was a deep threat at left end in the classic Raider tradition. Greg Bell, aided by big Rory Graves, number 60, sped downfield. And fullback Steve Smith's block cleared an end zone path for Marcus Allen. Loyal fans cheered as Mike Wise and Mike Charles rushed. And emerging force, Scott Davis, 70, powered in for one sack, and number 51, Aaron Wallace, for another. Greg Townsend continued to pressure as Aaron Wallace tore the ball free. And Townsend recovered for a touchdown as the Raiders downed the Bears 24-10 to remain undefeated. After a loss in Buffalo, the Raiders came home to host Seattle. Bill Pickell and linebacker Ricky Ellison, 50, pursued with purpose. Jay Schrader then executed to perfection the game plan masterminded by Art Shell, and offensive assistants Fred Bolitnikoff, Kim Helton, Terry Robisky, Joe Scannella, Tom Walsh, and Mike White to win 24-17. Week 7 found the silver and black in San Diego, where Jay Schrader, protected by tackle Steve Wright and a superior front line, found a flying Willie Gault long and short for crucial yards and vital points. Raider defenders Scott Davis, number 70, and rookie cornerback Torrin Dorn, 46, gave San Diego no place to charge. And NFL rookie sack leader Aaron Wallace added to his total. Marcus Allen powered in behind Smith, Montoya, Mosbar, Fitzpatrick, and number 76, Steve Wisniewski for one score. And newly arrived Bo Jackson, 34, followed Ethan Horton for another, as the Raiders won again on the road in the AFC West. Monday night in Miami was a must-win for the Raiders after losses to Kansas City and Green Bay. Behind devastating blocking, a crushing ground attack featured twin terrors, Bo Jackson and Marcus Allen. Jackson and Allen were cheered by dedicated fans and teammates Ricky Hundley, Mike Alexander, Steve Berline, and Vince Evans, and a huge national television audience. Second effort became first nature. Defenders Gary Lewis, 21, Howie Long, 75, and Eddie Anderson, 33, played intimidating Raider football. Tackles by corner Lionel Washington, number 48, set the standard for these kings of Monday Night Football. Defenses designed by assistants Dave Adolph, Sam Gruenson, Otis McKinney, Jack Stanton, and Bill Urbanek were fiercely followed. Place kicker Jeff Jager provided the difference in the 13-10 triumph that bore out the labors of Pro Bowl-bound linemen Steve Wisniewski and Don Mosbar, 72. Enthusiastic fans, Raiderette, and hockey's Wayne Gretzky welcomed their Raiders for a first-place battle against Kansas City. Pairing Jay Schrader's strong arm and the flying feet of Tim Brown proved productive. Then Schrader used feet and arm to hit Ethan Horton for hard-earned yardage. Marcus Allen swept and leapt for one score. Combative nose tackle Bob Golick, number 79, halted one drive. And a magnificent effort by linebacker Jerry Robinson stopped another. But the Raiders finished 3 points short, 27-24, as the Chiefs earned a first-place tiebreaker advantage. But celebrations are for season's end, and the gallant Raiders could not and would not lose another league game in 1990. Determination was evident as the Raiders invaded hostile Mile High Stadium in Denver, first by air with Jay Schrader to Ethan Horton. Next on land, with Steve Smith driving behind Steve Wisniewski, the Raiders moved the ball. Then Bo Jackson, en route to 3 consecutive 100-yard games, broke a brilliant 62-yard run to put the Los Angeles Raiders ahead for good. Defensive end Greg Townsend, Raider quarterback sack leader in 1990, added to his count. And Howie Long pushed, powered, and punished. With just 10 seconds left, the Raiders ensured victory as Scott Davis, 70, led a heroic rush to block a tying field goal try. These intense, never-say-die Raiders were driving toward a 16th year in the postseason playoffs. In Detroit, Lions running great Barry Sanders threatened playoff plans and Monday night domination. Slashing defense with Aaron Wallace, Howie Long, Tom Benson, Bob Golick, Greg Townsend, and gifted cornerback Terry McDaniel, number 36, rose to the challenge. Behind left tackle Rory Graves, number 60, Schrader arched a long bomb to Willie Gault, who alertly got up, untouched, to complete the 68-yard scoring strike. Schrader, using perfect protection by Smith, Mosbar, and Wright, fired inside to Fernandez for a go-ahead touchdown. And Pro Bowl selection Bo Jackson burst off tackle for 55 yards and another Raider score. A Schrader to Tim Brown touchdown helped the Raiders raise their Monday night mastery to an incredible 29 wins against only 6 losses and 1 tie. A silver and black Christmas shopping list. Add Jay Schrader to Tim Brown touchdowns against the Bengals near the top. Aaron Wallace and Howie Long continually justified high draft status by a scouting operation labeled 1 part fanaticism, 1 part genius, and 1 part CIA. Linebacker Ricky Ellison, an outstanding veteran free agent signing, made his first pro pass interception. And then, Bo on the go, another 100-yard afternoon, highlighted by this amazing 88-yard change of direction burst with Raider fan Magic Johnson looking on.
20, 25, he's at the 30. He's at the 40. It's a foot race. Will anybody catch him? He's at the Cincinnati 30. The 20, the 10. He is caught on the 1-yard line. Holy Toledo. Listen to this crowd.
Daring design built around the threat of Bo Jackson makes for play-action perfection, as Schrader and Horton combined for 6 in the Raiders' 24-7 victory. Inside the Metrodome, youthful All-Pro guard Steve Wisniewski and the impressive Raider offensive line provided time for Jay Schrader to fully utilize the lethal Raider passing game with a bomb to Willie Gault. Followed by a scoring avalanche to wide receiver Mervin Fernandez, number 86. Tight end Ethan Horton, 88. Running back Marcus Allen, 32. And two-time Olympic medal winner Sam Grady, number 85, in a 28-24 road win over the Minnesota Vikings. Appreciative fans cheered their Raiders before the final league game.
All the words to be over. It's time to go out and play. Kickoff coverage and set the tone for what's going to happen today.
Out of the tackle, baby. Let's go.
60 minutes. 60 minutes of football. Let's go.
This was physical football, Raider football, as defensive mind and muscle met the championship challenge. With Art Shell in command on the sideline, Jay Schrader sprinted left with the key block by number 68, Bruce Wilkerson, finding Steve Smith open for the winning touchdown, 17-12. With 5 wins in a row, these valiant Raiders had earned their 14th division championship and 16th year in the playoffs. As the only team to play in Super Bowls in the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s, the Raiders stepped closer to their goal for the 90s. More world championships to accompany their 4-decade total domination of professional football in terms of consistent victory. Art Shell, coach of the year in 1990, had led his Warriors to a 12-4 league season, another division championship, and a playoff match before the largest NFL crowd of the year. Greg Townsend and these proud wearers of silver and black were primed and ready. Townsend and Long hit and harassed. Leading tackler Eddie Anderson, corner Terry McDaniel, and number 54 Tom Benson destroyed Bengal passes and runs. Precision punting by Jeff Gossett, with all-out coverage by Dial, Land, Turk, McCallum, Holland, Mueller, and number 43 Elvis Patterson pinned Cincinnati deep. And a 49-yard field goal by Jeff Jager out of a perfect hold by Gossett provided vital points. A marvelous run by Marcus Allen behind key blocks by veterans Max Montoya, 65, and Steve Wright, 66, kept one drive alive. Then, on a crucial 3rd and 20, with time to search, Schrader picked out Tim Brown for 26 yards and the first down. With the Bengals' rush kept at bay, Schrader pinpointed Mervin Fernandez on the goal line. With Bo Jackson now lost for the playoffs with a hip injury, the Raiders stayed airborne. Schrader to Ethan Horton for 41 yards. A 20-10 victory and a berth in the championship game for the 12th time in 31 seasons. Another year of glory for players, coaches, staff, the entire Raider organization, and their loyal fans. Since 1963, when Al Davis first pledged to build the finest organization in sports, the Raiders, with the greatest players, the greatest coaches, and the greatest games in sports history, have built and maintained their record as professional sports' winningest team, now for 4 memorable decades. The greatness of the Raiders is in its future, for each year of glory adds to the unyielding will to win. And when excellence becomes a tradition, there's no end to greatness.
The fire that burned brightest in me and the fire that burns brightest in this organization is the will to win. I think the will to win is more important than any single event. And I strongly believe that in the decade ahead, the 90s, the greatness of the Raiders will continue, and that decade will belong to us.